Today, we're going to talk about a really powerful tool for building back your self-belief, especially for those of us who tend to be our own harshest critics. So let's dive right in. You know how it is, right? It's such a common thing. We tend to put our flaws and mistakes under a microscope, but when it comes to our wins, we just brush them aside. And if you do that for long enough, it really starts to chip away at your faith in yourself.
So what's the solution? Well, the one we're going to focus on is something called a success journal. Now, this is way more than just a diary for happy thoughts. It's a real, structured way to totally shift your focus and build genuine, earned self-confidence right from the ground up.
Okay, so here's our roadmap. We're going to walk through 5 key ideas that can totally change how you see yourself. We'll start with the small things, then learn to evaluate our efforts honestly, connect our wins to virtues, practice gratitude instead of comparison, and finally, review our progress.
First up, let's talk about the foundation. You see, real confidence isn't built on some huge, life-changing achievement. Nope, it's built from piling up dozens of small, tiny victories that we usually don't even notice.
And just look at how simple these things are. Waking up on time, choosing not to eat that junk food, finally doing that one task you've been putting off. These aren't just little items on a to-do list, they are literally the bricks you use to build self-belief. Every single one is solid proof that you can make good choices for yourself day in and day out. And here's where the magic really kicks in over the long haul. When you start collecting these little wins, you're creating a record. And over time, that record shows you this powerful, undeniable pattern of positive action. It's tangible proof of your own effort.
Okay, let's build on that. The next step is all about giving yourself the credit you actually deserve. It's about being honest with yourself. No false modesty, no putting yourself down. Just seeing things exactly as they are.
This right here perfectly shows that mental flip we need to make. Instead of automatically saying, "Oh, I just got lucky," the journal pushes you to state the facts. "No, I worked hard for this. I ran into some real problems and I figured them out." See, that's not being arrogant. It's just you finally acknowledging your own role in your successes. So, this next point is where we take it a level deeper. Your successes aren't just things that happen. They're proof of your character in action. It's about spotting the positive qualities you're building every day. Just look at this table for a second. When you start that scary new project, you're not just working, you're showing courage. When you actually research a solution instead of just giving up, that's wisdom. And when you manage to stick to your schedule for the day, that's pure discipline. When you start linking your actions to these virtues, your achievements suddenly feel so much more meaningful. Now, this one is huge. A massive part of this whole practice is learning to appreciate your own unique path. It's about building a sense of worth that comes from inside you, not from looking at what everyone else is up to. And this is so critical in the world we live in today. Your journal becomes this private space to just be thankful for your progress on your schedule. It helps you stop comparing your messy, real-life journey to someone else's perfectly polished highlight reel online. Your growth matters, all on its own. And finally, the journal isn't just about recording the past. It's your map for the future. You have to actually go back and read what you've written. That's a huge part of the process. And this is where it all clicks into place. When you review what you've written, you start to see patterns. You'll spot your core strengths. And that insight gives you a real sense of direction. It helps you set new goals that actually line up with the person you're becoming. And please, always remember this. Say it with me. Success is progress, not perfection. The whole point of the journal is not to create a record of being flawless. It's a tool to document your effort, your journey, celebrating every single step you take toward becoming a better version of yourself. So, to wrap it all up, this whole practice is about trading in that false modesty for a truly honest look at what you can do. It's really the key to silencing that nagging inner critic and building real confidence that's based on cold, hard evidence of your own daily efforts. So, I'll leave you with this question. It doesn't have to be some monumental thing. It just has to be yours. What is the very first victory, big or small, that you're gonna write down today?